Clayton Kershaw now available. First question from Alanna. Go ahead.
Clayton, how did you feel your curveball was working tonight?
Well, not very good, I guess. A lot of hits on it. So, I didn't think it was that bad, but just gave up a lot of hits on it.
The ground ball rate's still really good tonight. Dave Roberts was crediting the slider. How did that particular pitch feel coming out tonight?
It was a bad night. Nothing was great. But thankful it's now and not later. And I'm probably just not going to think about this one too much and try to get ready for the next one.
Is that easy for you to do? To just kind of watch this one off and let it go?
Depends on the game. So we'll see. I'll let you know.
Do you care if it's game 1 or 2 for you in that wild card round? What goes into that for you?
No, we'll be ready. I think between Walker and I, we both got the right amount of days or whatever it may be either way. So we'll be ready.
Okay. Thanks, Clayton.
Mm-hmm.
Next question from JP. Go ahead.
Hey, Clayton, Mike Trout didn't have a hit off of you before, like 6 years before tonight. Did you ever stop and think about what it was that had given you success against a guy who's arguably the best player in baseball?
I guess probably not throwing curveballs down the middle. Probably is a good step. And no, I don't know. He's obviously a really good hitter. He can't make mistakes. Maybe I just was fortunate in the past, hadn't made too many mistakes, but obviously he got me tonight.
And the 4-inning start today, was that more or less by design, or were you hoping to get a 5th?
No, it was supposed to be a normal start. This was just due to lack of skill today.
Okay. Thank you, Clayton.
Next question from Dylan Hernandez. Go ahead.
Clayton, aside from today, just kind of as well as you've pitched and as healthy as you've been this season, just how excited are you just kind of going into the postseason, given all that, the regular season you've had?
I think we're really excited. I think, regardless of success and failures in years past, I've always, maybe with the exception of last year, felt pretty good, or 2 years ago, felt pretty good going into the postseason. So maybe, with the only having 10 starts or whatever, maybe that's a good thing. I don't know, but I'm excited about being a part of it, feeling good, and, hopefully having a good run through this thing.
Thanks, Clayton.
Good? All right.
Turner now available. First question from Alanna. Go ahead.
Justin, it appeared in your first at bat that you got your thumb jammed, I believe, but it didn't seem to matter in the second and third at bat. Obviously, it didn't seem to affect you that much. Are you all right?
Yeah, it was actually that ball Pujols hit.
Okay.
Went to my left and didn't really get any leather on it, more thumb than anything. So, but yeah, I'll be fine. Obviously, stayed in, felt pretty good.
You come into the game with 2 home runs. You leave the game with 4, double in your total. How nice was it to be able to capitalize on those 2 situations?
Yeah, I don't think that I ever thought about doubling my home run total in the end of September, but yeah, it felt good.
This is a little bit of a strange year, Justin. It's okay. What is it about that 3-hole? You jam your finger. Edwin Ríos jams him, but he hits a home run when he takes over for you.
Yeah, he actually, the ball Rendon hit kind of did the same thing that Pujols' ball did to me. We have matching tattoos on our thumb. I told him, hey, those have homers in them. And sure enough, he went up and hit a homer. So maybe that's the trick.
There you go. Thank you, JT.
Next question from JP Markstrom. Go ahead.
Yeah, Justin, what would you like to do as far as playing time at bats, playing time in the field with these last 2 games of the season to get ready?
Whatever Doc wants me to do. I mean, I feel good. Just get out there and take whatever he wants me to do and feel good rolling into postseason.
And you feel like you could be a 9-inning third baseman from here on out, no need to DH or anything like that with the lack of days off going forward?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Next question is from Dylan Hernandez. Go ahead.
Hey, Justin, it's kind of a big picture question here, but, obviously this was kind of a short season. You guys had to kind of come in, right, ready to go from the start. I was just kind of wondering, what you thought, Dave Roberts' role was, and just kind of, I know you guys have a certain culture here, but kind of maybe his role in kind of making sure you guys got off to the kind of start that you guys did, when that was necessary.
His role for the season?
Yeah, just kind of in terms of kind of setting that sense of urgency, because obviously this was kind of a sprint, right, as opposed to,
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone knew it was a stake coming into this. We knew it was a shortened season, and we knew, we had to get off to a good start. And, Doc's a positive guy, upbeat, and, he's kind of been that way all along. So, I obviously don't want to come into the season worried or careful, but, just excited to get on the field and play. And we got a good club, so I think we've showed it so far this year that we're a pretty good team.
Thank you.
Next question from Ken Gurnick. Go ahead, Ken.
Justin, it seemed that the injury kept you out a little longer than originally we were led to believe. Was that because of the severity of the injury, or was it partly to just protect you so that you'd be ready for the postseason and then just come in the last week to get sharp?
Yeah, I think it was kind of a twofold thing. A couple days before I tweaked my hammy, I got hit in the hamstring against Colorado. Freeland hit me in the hamstring, so it was kind of like a combination of getting the bruising out of there. It was one of the better bruises I've had. I've had a lot of them right in the back of my hamstring, and then it started draining down in the back of my knee, and then it started draining down in my calf. So it was trying to take care of that and come back from the little tweak in the hammy as well. So I think I actually probably recovered faster from the tweak in the hammy than I did from the bruising that was in the back of my knee and the back of my hamstring.
Thanks.
Got time for one more. Go ahead, Jack.
Justin, you've seen, Mookie up close for a year. You've seen Mookie up close for a year, but also in that World Series a couple of years ago. What kind of dynamic does he add for you guys, specifically in a postseason setting?
I mean, the same dynamic you guys have seen all year long. He's the table setter. He's a spark plug at the top of the lineup. He takes good at bats. He can score runs in so many ways. He's in scoring position when he's in the box. And then if you put him on, he can steal bases. He can take extra bases. We saw the play in Colorado, I think it was the other night, going second to home on a pickoff. So he just energizes the offense at the top of the order, and I think we've been clicking on all cylinders since they put him in that leadoff spot, and the offense has been going from that day on.
Thank you.
Thanks, Justin.
Thank you.
Dave Roberts now available. First question from Alana. Go ahead.
Dave Kirsch, none too pleased about his performance tonight, just that it was a bad outing. You had mentioned earlier when we spoke, you thought the slider was effective, and obviously his curveball wasn't there. How soon does Kirsch, in your mind, shake this one off to get ready for the postseason?
He's just going to have to. We can't expect him to be, perfect every time out. But he just felt, and saw, we talked a little bit about the breaking ball just not really finishing, and the fastball just didn't have the life that we've seen all year. So it happens, and we just got to turn the page.
It seemed like that 3-hole tonight was the spot to be in. Justin Turner jams his finger on Pujols' hit. Edwin Ríos jams his finger on Rendon's hit, and then they both hit home runs. Overall, they're okay, and also, how is Max Muncy's wrist?
Overall, JT, Eddie, and are fine. It was good to see both those guys combine for 3 homers. And then Max is fine. It was just a check swing, and I just, he could have stayed in the game, but I think that for me, I'm trying to also manage workload as we close out this regular season.
Again, is that the goal just for the final 2 games, is just making sure that you kind of get everybody out of here healthy, almost wanting to put these guys in bubble wrap?
Yeah, there's a little bit of that, but there's also just continue to play to win baseball games. And I thought we did a great job competing tonight, getting some guys off their feet. But to see Gavin get in there and get a hit, Eddie hit a homer, Jock had a really good at bat. So I thought it was really good all the way around.
Thank you.
Next question is from Ken Gurnick. Go ahead.
Hey, seeing Turner erupt with some power, is that kind of like the last box you really need to check off to make sure that he's ready to go for next week?
I think so. You know, you look at health, and fortunately, we've been doing well with that. So Justin was the guy that we're trying to manage as we get ready for the postseason. So, you know, still haven't finished a game, but the at-bat quality is, as we know, Justin, but to hit a couple homers and to make some plays defensively with some chances, I thought was really good. And to get him out while he feels good, I feel good about that.
And you said that Muncy wasn't hurt at all on that check swing?
No, it just kind of stung him a little bit. Sometimes that happens, you know, when you check swing, but Max is fine.
Thanks.
Next question is from Cary Osborne. Go ahead.
Dave, you've had some powerful teams in the past, but is there anything different about the power in this team?
It's 1 through 9. Obviously, the DH, I think, helps the length. I just think that especially this last 14, 15 days, we've just really taken our walks and really grinding. And it's kind of like the body blows to an opposing pitching staff, and then to put up crooked numbers late. But I just really like the way we're going about it as an team offense.
Thanks, Dave.
Another question from Ron Cervenka. Go ahead.
Yeah, Dave, Justin just said that he was asked and he answered that he feels he could go 9 innings for the duration. Is that something that you would consider, or are you still going to kind of take it kind of easy with him?
I could see 9 tomorrow. I could see 9 tomorrow and abbreviated in that day game on Sunday.
Great. Thank you.
Thanks, Dave. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, guys.